Many of London's landmarks are iconic, but nowadays few are British-owned. A new report by property firm Development Securities shows for the first time more than half the office blocks in London's financial district are owned by foreign investors. Matthew Weiner is the firm's executive director.
So it's gone from 40% in 2006 to now 52%. So every other building in the city is ultimately owned by somebody from overseas. What we've seen as well is the rise for the first time in private high net worths owning buildings in the city, which we've never been able to identify in all the studies previously. And I think that's an interesting dynamic against safety and safe haven assets, which London represents.
And that's good news for the city.
I think it's good for liquidity in the market and good for London's status as an international capital. I think also these investors coming in have got long-term investment horizons, which gives greater stability to the market, which will help the occupational market as well and help London function as a centre.
Cash-rich investors seized the opportunity to buy cheap property during the financial crisis of 2008, when many office blocks were 50% cheaper. They've since recovered a little, but investors remain keen to own a slice of the city.
We've seen bidders from Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, we've seen from Greece, Italy. Germany's still the biggest, but we've seen a rise in Asian, excluding Japan, which has actually decreased, South Africans, all the BRIC emerging economies starting to see ownership in London.
Despite the economic downturn in Europe, London remains the world's top financial centre, ahead of New York and Hong Kong. The UK's domestic housing market may be struggling, but foreign demand for property in London's famous Square Mile is sky high. Hayley Platt, Reuters.